Hello, I'm Roshan explaining Experiment 2 Web Technology Lab. This is the layout of the website we're supposed to make, and it has a header part, a navigation, some content, a video, an audio, and the footer. It has three sections, one with the contact details, one has a form, and another one has a map. So this is the website I made. To execute this, first we have the header part. This is the header part, and the header part it contains two images. One is the logo, which is in the left corner. I use the float left in styling to put it on the left side. Then other one is the main title of the main heading of the web page. That again is a PNG image, so you can see that here. The next is a navigation bar. So a navigation bar is implemented as a list of hyperlinks, and what actually the user uses this model S, model X. This is inside each tags, and the URL corresponding to each of this list items is given as a value in the attribute called href. So this is the URL which will be directed to once we click on this navigation list links. Then after that, I use the table construction to arrange these video, audio, and the content. So inside the table, the first row has the content, then it again has, and the bottom it has an audio. To insert an audio, use the audio tag, and audio tag contains another tag which is called the source tag, and source tag contains the path of the audio file that is being attached. So the file extension of the audio file here is mp3, so we have the type as mp3. Then to add the video, we have the video tag. It's very similar to the audio tag. Here again the source will be the path of the video file, and it will be in mp4. That will be the file extension of it, so the type will be video/mp4. Then we get to the footer part. The footer has three sections, so these are given as this again uses a table construction, and these are given in each column of the table. So the first division has the contact details. So it, as you can see, it has an email link and a phone link. We use the anchor tag to give the mail and the phone number. Then the second column contains a form. For adding a form, we have the form tag. The form tag has a text field and another field which is for the password, and there is a button. So we have three input tags, and the text types are like password, text, password, and submit. Submit is to submit the content that is entered in the form. Now the third one is a map. So instead of giving an action map, once you click on this, you'll be actually forwarded to a original Tesla website which has the map on it. So this is the website. I already have it open. Then the second part of the exercise is creating a form. So this is the form layout of the form we are supposed to create. It has 1 2 3 4 5 field sets. So I have created another HTML file called newform.html to implement it. So let's see the form. This is the form. This is the first field set I have created. So let's look into it. The first field set. This is the first field set implementation in HTML. It has name. All the mandatory field sets are marked using an asterisk tag, and to implement that in HTML, you use the required attribute. Once you have mentioned it as required, this is mandatory for the form to be submitted. So you have first name, and to provide the field, you have the input type as text. So you have three input type text. Then to give the date, you have something input type called input type date, and to insert the years, you have an input type number, and input type number, we want the age to be about 18, so we give the minimum attribute. We set the minimum attribute as 18, so no value below 18 can be entered in this field. So this is how the next one is gender. Here we use radio buttons. To add radio buttons, we use the input type radio. Value is what will be returned once you click on the radio button, and this is the name of the group. After that, the next field set is address field set. It has a text area and a menu bar, so actually a data list. To implement that, in the next field set, to add a text area, we have a text area tag. It is actually a non-empty tag, so this whatever will be typed inside this will be visible in your HTML code. Then to add the data list, you use a select tag, and select tag has options. Options represent each item on this data list. See, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, these are actually given as options in here. So this is the next field set, which has a contacts, and in contacts we have telephone. To add telephone, you have input type as cell phone. To add email, you have input type as email. The placeholder text defines, it's like a hint to it's like a hint for the user to know what type of format you have to enter the input. Then the next field set has a table. So inside the next field set, we define a table, and the table has inside the table body, the first row is a checkbox. You can see, to add a checkbox, we use the input type checkbox. Then there is some text on the next column, and the next column contains another text field which has a placeholder border university. And the next column we have a data list, and the data list is for selecting the country. So once you click on the data list, you can select the countries on it. Then there are two other columns for dates, so you give the input type as date. The last one is a number to represent percentage, and so the minimum is 0, the maximum is 100. So this is the default value. To set the default value, you can put it inside the attribute value. Then the last one is the last field set is to insert some file. So to insert a file, you have to use the input type as file, and the accept attribute mentions like what type of documents can be inserted into this using this control. And you might have noticed a progress bar. To add a progress bar, use the progress tag, and progress tag is actually a non-empty tag, and this is the value of the progress. So if it is, when it's set 80, you can see here it is 80, and this is the minimum, this is a maximum. We have to actually mention the maximum of the progress bar to show the actual progress in this, to measure, to know the progress in it. So this is the style we are used to tag to set the width of the progress tag. Then at the end we have two buttons. One is a submit button, and then is a reset button. We use input type submit and reset, and that's the end of the forms. Thank you.